The UWI Biological Society is an environmental conservation organization based at the UWI St. Augustine campus. It consists mainly of students and staff, but is open to any person that is interested in nature and the protection of our natural environment. Our activities include general meetings, conservation conversations, beach cleanups, nature walks, hikes, sustainability drives, and so much more. The society was originally founded under the name the Natural History Society by Professor Emeritus Julian Duncan in the 1960s. In April of 1987, the Natural History Society was rebranded, changing its name to the Biological Society. The executive teams were responsible for many forms of conservation work around Trinidad and Tobago. Their efforts were not left unnoticed. For in 1998, the Society was presented with the Green Leaf Award from the Environmental Management Authority for their work, including activities such as turtle patrols, the Biological Society Week, and recycling initiatives. We were also presented with an award by the UWI for our contribution to the promotion of campus life and local environmental awareness. We believe that with cooperation, sound planning, and passion, our group, no matter its size, has the capabilities to change our society for the better. Guided by our watchwords, education, restoration, and preservation, we have dedicated ourselves to the protection and restoration of the environment.
Delving a bit more into our typical calendar of events, the Society aims to facilitate events that not only meet our goals, but are also fun, engaging, and enjoyable for all our members. There are many various semesterly events, with usually at least one event being held every month, alongside two major annual events, the Biological Society Week and the Matua Turtle Village Trust annual beach cleanup and sand turtle building competition. The Biological Society Week is often our most anticipated event, hosted by the Society every March. It's a weekly culmination of what we as a society represent and fight for. The week brings a plethora of engaging activities, with each day bringing new and exciting events to the table. In addition to the Society's presence, BioSource, or Nature Week as it's most commonly known, also features events and presentations from many various local environmental groups, organizations, and NGOs, including the much anticipated El Socorro Wildlife Center and their animal ambassadors. Barring any external restrictions, in semester 2 of the coming academic year, we look forward to bringing both of these events to you. As for semester 1, it's usually just as jam-packed, with its own events such as our seedling and succulent sales, bake sales, Halloween movie night, and so much more. Now, I know I said usually, which isn't something we usually like to hear, but of course, with the continuation of primarily online learning for the foreseeable future, many of our events need to be taken to a virtual platform. Not every event can be hosted virtually, and so, until we know more, we cannot promise our full regular event lineup. But fret not, for we are always continuing to work on new and innovative ways to still host fun and engaging events even under these trying circumstances. With a continued focus on social media live streams, events, and video conferences, we hope to bring you the same quality of events that we usually deliver. This is just until we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming, but until then, we continue to do our best.
Plant propagation can fall into three types. But the two main types that we tend to do in Trinidad, either sexual, which is seeds. In practical terms, we do asexual propagation, that is sometimes referred to as clonal propagation, and that falls into two broad types. One is budding stroke grafting. Grafting is essentially taking two living species and join them in such a way that ultimately it leads to one plant. This is the rootstock. I generated the rootstock from a seed. This fruit from this will never produce the same type of fruit as the fruit that produced the seed. So that's one of the disadvantages of propagation by seed. On the other hand, you can use it to generate rootstock. I collected some cuttings, we call these scions, collected different sizes. And I did that for a reason. So I'm just going to put these aside for the time being. I'm going to somehow join one of these with this in such a way that start growing on the rootstock and produce a new plant based on this. It is important. Why we graft rather than propagate by seed. These trees can be massive. I mean, if you can get a tree that's bearing and very, very small, that's an ideal. Trees, they grow in two ways: lateral growth or vertical growth, right? All
Right.
trees, we know this.
Yeah.
That is going to determine what I choose, and it's going to determine where I put it. Another brief introductory point is photosynthesis. And what happens is the roots pulling water stroke nutrients from the ground. It goes up. These are like the lungs and so forth, producing the chemical reactions that are taking place here, and then goes and it starts to feed the other parts of the plant. A lot of people propagate avocados from the top, like a V, but it's done with called apical from the top. Remember we talked about where the growth is taking place?
Yeah.
The tree is actually from the top growing
Right.
or producing the branches. You see this joint here? You focus on that joint. You notice I cut off some branches here. So this is a very active area. I chose all of these here because all these here are very active areas.
Where you see
Right?
little-
You see with these little notches here.
Yeah.
Right? You notice they have different lengths. That length is that's going to tell me what choice. This is probably the one that I'm going to choose. It will fit very nicely. For grafting, you want to match. So you're not going to choose something like this and try to put it on something you don't do that.
Yeah.
Now, the requirements for grafting. There are about 5 things that are important. One is obviously the skill of the person doing the graft. The rootstock and the scions must be at a sufficient physiological stage, because you don't want this to be so young that it's like an immature girl or something, or an immature boy. The last one is how you tape and tie it. When I'm putting it on, it is critical to match the vascular cambium. So I'm going to try either this one or this one. I haven't quite decided. Right. I might choose this one actually. I've got to match the vascular cambium. If you think of a cross section, right on the inside, we have the bit that carries the water stroke nutrients. That's the xylem. Then you have the vascular cambium, and then you have the phloem. So what we have to do is to line up. And you see the veins in the leaf? They carry the photosynthesis products that goes to what they call the sinks. This is a Julie mango rootstock, and this is dudus. All of the propagation I do with mangoes is with the Julie rootstock because it carries the dwarf gene.
Right.
And my argument is that you have a better chance of the final tree being short. I'm just cleaning it up as much as possible. My pet, very,
Right.
very sharp.
And having a real sharp knife is important when it comes to grafting.
Absolutely critical. Let's see the chairs anyway. Look at this here, so now. I made a little thing there, so
Not.
I'm going to pull this down like this, so like that. You notice the clean cut,
Right.
right? All right, and now I'm going to match this here. So all right. So this really should match. Right, so I'm going to do that there. So I've made a sharp cut. This is going to go inside of here. You see that?
Right.
This is your ordinary plastic bag. You don't want to screw up at this stage. Watch carefully. This is very, very important. But that left arm is pressing like hell on that joint.
Right.
Okay? It's really pressing very, very hard. And this is the critical thing. I'm sealing it to prevent loss by desiccation,
Right.
to prevent loss of water.
Looks like a machine did it.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. After a while, and if you're doing 100 of these, you do it every time you try to get 100% accuracy. It's true? Right, okay. Right, that's fine. I'm going to tape it all the way to this so that it's completely sealed.
Right.
All right, so lined up. Right, I don't even bother to take out the tape. That thing shoots out
Yeah.
and bursts out. And I let it heal on its own.
So you're going all the way up to the top.
And wrap it on completely, you'll see. That's it.